What do we got today? Yeah.
Just kidding.
Oh, okay.
We're here for a podcast.
It's like,
not to play Nintendo Switch. I'm playing Zelda.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty sick, right?
Yeah, that
He's
is
naked.
actually... Oh, cool.
Yeah. Pretty good. For those of you that care, I'm doing a quest in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild where I have to stand on a platform, one of the shrine platforms, but I have to be completely naked. And apparently it only comes out when it's the blood moon. If you play Zelda, you know what that means. You need to get a Switch and play Zelda, dude.
Man, I didn't even have a Nintendo. I didn't have a little Game Boy to play Zelda on when I was a little kid.
You've never have you ever played Pokemon?
Yeah.
Like Game Boy Color Pokemon?
Yeah.
Like yellow, gold, silver.
Like, I don't know which one was it. I think it was Fire Red or something like that. And
that's Game Boy Advance.
That's Game Boy Advance?
Yeah, that's Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, it was Game Boy Advance. It's been a long time.
You skipped the originals, man. I'm talking gold, silver, not heart gold, silver.
Well, Fire Red had more color, though.
You know what? You're off of the show, dude. Starting right now. I'm just kidding.
Goodbye. It's like, okay, goodbye.
No, that's cool. I mean, everyone starts somewhere.
Yeah.
I respect you. At least you played some Fire Red. Fire Red is fun. Yeah. This literally has nothing to do with today's podcast. I just wanted to look official.
Oh, okay. I was like, I wonder what we got today. It's like, what episode are we on?
This is episode...
On the podcast, what is it, 14, 15?
No. I think it's 15. I think, or 16. It could be 16. But we'll let you know on the title.
Yeah.
I can promise you that. We won't mess it up there. We're a little ill-prepared, or not prepared that well. But we've been gone for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's been
tough. Tough, okay?
Well, he got married, so he was out for a couple weeks because, San Diego and whatnot. And coming back to Utah.
It's true. I was in San Diego. Beautiful San Diego is a great place. Mm-hmm. A lot of crazy stuff happened. I'm talking a lot of crazy stuff happened. Like, first of all, apparently it was the worst weather San Diego has ever had. That 1 week.
Hey, you know what they say? It's good luck if it rains on your wedding.
Bro. Then we were in a car chase. I told you about that. Not us. Sorry.
No, wait, you didn't tell me about the car chase.
I didn't tell you about the car chase?
No, you didn't tell me about the car chase.
Okay, let's do the intro and I'll tell you about the car chase. And also the homeless man that wanted to have sex with my wife. I didn't tell you that either?
No, you didn't tell me that.
I'm going to tell you guys all of this. Not just to him, but to you guys. It's some crazy stuff, man.
I was like,
So,
okay.
First of all, this is our newest and greatest... Okay, not greatest, but our newest podcast episode, and we today are going to focus on not Dragon Ball Super. Okay,
we're doing Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z. Today we're going to talk about Dragon Ball Z. I'm hoping to get a little bit of my mind refreshed while talking to you because you definitely know a lot more or remember a lot more than I do. It's been a while for me that I've watched all of it. I've been catching up on Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball, and also Dragon Ball Super, but Dragon Ball Z specifically, I haven't watched it in a while, but that doesn't mean we can't talk about it. Okay. That don't mean we can't talk about it, bro. We're going to have a good conversation. Next week, we're thinking about talking about My Hero Academia. That is also the second to last episode of Dragon Ball Super, from what I hear.
Yeah, the same day. On the 18th.
Mm-hmm. And then the week after that is the very last, right?
Yeah. On the 25th, they're going to air the last episode of Dragon Ball Super. And it's going to be weird.
Yes, we'll talk about that in the news segment.
It's going to be spoilers, but we're not going to talk about it today.
Yeah.
We're not.
We'll go more into depth of what
Dragon
we know
Ball Super
and
is
stuff
going
like
to
that
be its own thing
in just a little bit. But real quick for the introduction. So again, today's Dragon Ball Z. We are going to come back to a consistent weekly schedule. I promise you that. We've been really busy, like Isis was saying. I was in a different state. I was getting married. Yeezus been doing his thing. You know,
working school, man.
He's a popular and
and people are always calling me for various reasons.
Yes, he is a busy man and a very likable fellow.
Well, thank you.
You were a handsome young man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Can I kiss you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not today.
Not today.
Not in front of the camera.
You heard it here, guys. I'm gonna kiss him later. Anyways, so
okay.
Today's Dragon Ball Z. Next week is My Hero Academia. Okay, because the season 3 comes out April 7th, which was part of the news, and I just ruined it. I'm sorry. So we're gonna talk about that next week. The week after that is the Dragon Ball Super finale, and so we're gonna talk about Dragon Ball Super the week after that. So today Dragon Ball Z, next week My Hero Academia, and then Dragon Ball Super the following week.
And that's what we got planned out.
That's
so far,
more or less. You know, like if anything changes, I'm sorry. You can punch me in the face with comments. That's fine. Yeah. But let's move on to real quick my experience in San Diego, and then we'll move into some news. Then we'll talk about Dragon Ball Z, and we'll wrap it up and kiss your faces with comments. Like this video. Watch it on YouTube. Subscribe, you know what I mean? Help us out any way you can. We're also on Instagram and Twitter as Sugoi Anime 1. All one word. No spaces. The number 1. Sugoi Anime 1. We're on Facebook as well. Give us a like, man. Give us a follow. Like we upload. We're being pretty consistent with our uploads, you know? And so that's what we want to keep doing. We want to keep bringing you guys more content. Not supposedly, but hopefully grow. You know what I mean? Yeah. We want to grow, dude. We want to grow so more people can know about anime. Okay? Yep. Anime is so awesome, bro. And with all the crap that's going on in the world today, with all the stupid conversations and arguments that people are having about things that really should not matter that much,
we're talking about me instead.
Like, there are things going on around the world that are more important than stupid subjects that people are literally mad about these days on the interwebs. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about, like, feminism. I'm talking about gender equality crap. I mean, you know, do you, but there's more important things going on in the world. And one of the most important things is anime. Let's get back into it. So, let me tell you what just happened in San Diego.
Well, we'll get back to anime in a second. First, the funny story.
Yeah, I got 2 quick stories. So,
oh my gosh.
The first one was, I was taking my... So, we got there 2 weeks ago on Saturday. Or no, me and my now wife got there on Thursday. We got sealed in the temple on Saturday. And then my parents and my sisters, because we didn't do a big thing. We didn't want to invite a lot of people, especially if we're going to a different state to get sealed. My wife wanted to get sealed in San Diego, and that's where she's getting.
Anything specific about
She just really likes that temple, and you know what?
Well, I heard it is really
give
pretty.
her what she wants, man. She deserves it.
And
it's beautiful in there. Let me just say that. But we went to San Diego. We didn't make this wedding a big thing at all. We didn't invite a lot of people. If you didn't get an invite, and I know you, that's why. Literally, we don't. Like, thank God, my wife does not really care about that stuff because I really don't. I hate weddings. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do not like weddings. Okay.
Unless it's
we literally only did that and then a little reception. Literally, we invited like 50 people because we didn't want to do anything. Literally, we just wanted to have a little dinner with my family, mom, dad, sisters, and her sister and her sister's husband. That's it. That's all we wanted to do. But then people kept saying, like, no, you got to do a little something at least, a little party, blah, blah, we're Latinos, blah, blah, blah. I get it. We're Latinos. But guess what? We good. We're good, man.
No, but I got some alfajores out of that one.
Alfajores. My mom's alfajores are amazing. So anyways,
if you have never been to Argentina or Uruguay, but you know somebody who is from there, you have to ask them for alfajores. It's like the best dessert they have.
This is true. Alfajores are amazing. Yes.
But anyways, gold.
Whoa, chill, bro. Like, I keep telling my mom, let's make a business. Let's sell the alfajores. I will in the future. But first of all, let's get back to the story real quick. Then we'll move on. It's not to bore you that much. Then we'll move on to the subject and all that stuff. But
okay, so Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday, is when the ceiling was. And then I took my parents to the airport on Sunday. In San Diego. We had a rental van.
Nice.
Yeah. And on the way from the hotel to the airport, literally, with my parents and my little sister in the van, and my wife as well, she wanted to join, we were on the way. We are about to turn onto the freeway. Now, I couldn't give you the names of the freeways because I'm not that adept with California and San Diego, streets and whatnot. But we were about to get on the freeway. We stopped because it's a stop sign, and then there's another stop sign on the other side. So it's kind of like I go, and then the other car goes. I go, the other car goes. But it's a one-way exit onto the freeway, right? If you wanted to come into the street we were, there's a completely different entrance, right? So it's just a one-lane exit, right? So it was supposed to be my turn to go onto the freeway, okay? I start going onto the freeway, all right? But my parents behind me start yelling. They're just like, no, Brian, stop. And I was like, what the heck, what happened? 2 cop cars are coming on the freeway, high speed, and I'm just like, okay, like, why are you freaking out? Why do you want me to stop just because there's cop cars coming onto the freeway? Because there's like there's the lane to get onto, like, it starts to get on the freeway, but then you have to turn left onto the freeway. So why are they freaking out so much, right? I don't know if that makes sense at all. More or less.
Okay, I'm figuring it out.
Okay, more or less, this is the lane to cross to get into the freeway, and then you have to turn into the next lane to actually be on the freeway.
Oh, okay.
So I was on this lane, and the cops were on the other lane, right? On the freeway. But anyways, so I'm probably making this more complicated than it is. So I started going. I stopped because my parents told me to. This car got mad because I was supposed to go, and he didn't see what was going on. So he starts coming, and he starts like flipping me off, honking the horn. At that exact moment,
the cops passed through?
No. Well, yes, but there was a car that I didn't even see that was in front of the cops, that was being chased by the cops, that drifts onto our exit lane and literally goes right in front of us. So literally right in front of us, and between the other car, the idiot that got pissed at me because I didn't go for a very valid reason. But he was so close to us, that car. It was like this Mexican guy that was like running from the cops, like he was on fire, dude. But I had to put the van in reverse. I put it in reverse as fast as possible because that van almost got scratched, and I'm not trying to deal with a rental getting messed up, even though I had a good excuse of why it would be messed up. But anyways, they freaking zoomed past, so the car that was being chased, and then the 2 cop cars, and we're just like, oh my gosh, what just happened? Like, it was the craziest thing one of the craziest things I've ever experienced. Because it was legit like Grand Theft Auto or Fast and the Furious in real life. It was super insane.
I can't believe he drifted that well, though.
Dude, yeah, he was like, and then just went right through us. And then the cops followed him. And we're just like...
Did the cops do the drift too?
Dude, everything happened so fast, bro.
It's like I would have been more
pretty sure
the cops doing it too.
Dude, they probably did, honestly. I just saw him drift, get in, and then I was like, oh, and so I hurried and put the van back in reverse because I'm not trying to get hit, bro. Yeah. I was in an accident a couple weeks before, and it totally messed me up, dude. I'm not trying to get hit again. So anyways, the cops passed and everything. That idiot that was mad at me kept going, but you could tell he was shamed, dude. He felt like an idiot. Me and my parents and my girl were just like laughing and like freaking out, like, that's right, you Jew, you freaking douche. I was gonna say Jew and douche at the same time. It didn't come out. But anyways, so that's the first crazy thing that happened. Okay. The second thing is, me and my girl, we wanted to go to La Jolla Beach. Have you been to Cali? Do you know what La Jolla is? It's like a beach.
Okay.
It's called La Jolla. But we're in a different city, not too far away, and at this point we returned the car because my parents and sisters visited for a couple days while we got sealed, and then they left, and then we continued. We stayed there for another week for our honeymoon, right?
Yeah.
So one of the days we decided to go to La Jolla, and we're traveling by train. So we get to a station where we had to get off to get to another train. And we didn't find out till then that the other train only comes like every 2 hours. So we were chilling there for a while until a security guy, we asked him, like, you know, and then he told us the schedule. Apparently the train wasn't going to come for like another hour and a half or something like that. So me and my girl were like, you know what, let's eat something, let's relax for a little bit, and then we'll come back and go.
Yeah.
Looked up on Google, there's an In-N-Out pretty close by. So I'm like, let's go to In-N-Out. My girl loves In-N-Out, I love In-N-Out, let's go eat. So we went there, going there wasn't a problem at all. But we got to get to the In-N-Out is in the corner of a street, right? And it was like a weird street because we came out from this one street that was like under a bridge, but then there was another street that met up here, and then there was another street that met up halfway. It was like a mess. It was really weird. But the point is, we couldn't just cross the street to get to the In-N-Out. We had to cross 3 different streets. Okay? But to get to the In-N-Out the first time, we're like, screw it. Let's just go through the road. Like, you know, there's no crosswalk, nothing, but like, let's wait for the cars to stop. Because if not, it would take forever. I mean, not that long, but it would take way longer to get to In-N-Out.
We was hungry.
We was hungry.
You had an hour and a half wait. You couldn't wait.
We was hungry, man. Anyways, so, and it's funny too, this guy on a bike came behind us. He's like, if you guys are going to cross illegally, you better do it right now. Because it's green for them, so this is perfect for you. We're like, all right, let's go. So we crossed the street. We had a good time. We ate some good food, blah, blah, blah. On our way back, we decided to take the long route. Okay? And cross, you know, the 3 streets and then go on the street to go to the train station. So we get to a first street and we're crossing. This homeless guy follows us. He wasn't following us. He was like walking next to us, like where you're at with me, right?
Okay, weird.
We get to the other street to cross again, and he looks at us, and he's more like in the middle of the street because homeless people don't care, dude. So he was like in the middle of the street where we're supposed to be waiting to cross. He looks at us and he starts smiling and laughing like he started like laughing like that. Just so you know, this homeless guy missing a ton of teeth and was obviously on something. This guy was drugged out, okay? So he sees us and then he starts like laughing. And then it was our turn to walk, so we were walking. He gets behind us, okay? And he's more on my girl's side, behind my girl's side. And he starts saying stuff like, oh my gosh, you're so fine. Like, I want to take you home. Like, all this stuff.
What home?
Exactly.
What home?
And he was just saying all this stuff. And, like, the thing, he was mumbling a lot. So I could barely hear him. There was a ton of traffic. And I was just, like, looking at him, like I was just looking at him to see if it was a joke or if he was serious. Like, I couldn't tell. And so I kind of tried to talk to him, you know, like, hey, bro, what are you saying? Why are you saying that to my girl, you know? He could not hear anything. Like, you know, you could tell when somebody's obviously not listening to you, right? When you're, like, talking to someone and they're obviously not listening to you, that's what was happening with this guy. He was so focused on giving my girl compliments. Anyways, we got to the spot where we had to cross one more time, and he started being really creepy. He was like, oh, one night with Ricky. He was saying all this stuff.
Ricky.
Dude, my girl started freaking out. And she was like grabbing onto me. And I was trying to tell her, I was like, babe, walk that way. Please, walk this way so I can kill this guy real quick. Okay? I'm going to break his legs. Can you please walk that way so I can kill this guy? Now, mind you, my girl doesn't speak English very well. Ricky didn't speak English very well either. This guy, you could barely understand what he was saying. But I was trying to tell him, like, dude, I'm going to break your legs. I will literally break your legs if you don't stop. But he wasn't paying attention to me. And my girl was freaking out. She was freaked out. I was trying to tell her, like, can you please, to my girl, Agustina, please move on. I want to freaking hit this guy. Like, will you let me hit this guy? And she just wouldn't, she was freaking out so much that she kept grabbing onto me, you know what I mean? You know, and at that point, I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to get away from this situation because I don't want to, you know, try and go for this guy and, you know, her to be attached to me, you know what I mean? And also, who knows what this guy's capable of, like, he's freaking drugs, creepy, he's weird, he's obviously on something. Yeah. I'm just like, you know what, the better situation is just to walk away. Just walk away. So I just grabbed her, we just walked away, he kept kind of following us, but then she turned around and just yelled, stop! like at the top of her lungs, and he freaked out. He was just like, oh, and he just backed off.
Yeah.
And we kept walking, and I turned around and I saw him following us. And so I started saying to him while we were walking things that I should probably not repeat on a podcast. Let me say that. I'm sorry, yeah. Jesus, that I said some things I should not repeat. So,
yeah,
the moment, I'm pretty sure he finally understood what I was saying. And he ran away to this other homeless gal that was sitting there holding a sign. And that's it. That's the story. Literally. It ended there. He went to join his friend, and we just kept walking. But yes, that was the story. Now, the funny part is, after that, like, obviously we were both pretty on edge. I really wanted to punch this guy. Like, so hard. Yeah. It was so easy. But there's so many things happening. I didn't do it, and I regret it. I really do regret it. But anyways, later on, we got an Uber to get back from the beach and stuff like that. A couple Ubers since we were there. And I kept telling them my Uber drivers this story because I thought it was, a fun conversation. Every time I would tell my Uber drivers, they could not believe what I was telling them. They're like, are you serious? That is the weirdest thing and the craziest thing. That has never happened to anybody I've known here in my life. I have never even heard of that. That sounds like a movie, like all this stuff. And I was just like, must have been my like a bad week for us. I don't know.
One of those things where it's like 1 in 100,000.
Dude, for real. Like, I could not even believe it myself. Like, after talking with them, they're like, I cannot believe that happened to you guys. Like, and they're just like, welcome to California, I guess. I was like, yeah, I guess, yeah, sure, thanks. But, yeah, more or less, that's what happened. Thank you for listening to my stories.
That's pretty weird.
Pretty intense, right? Pretty freaking intense. But let's move on to some news items. Do you have anything?
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Pretty much in April, we got the spring anime season coming up. You got your My Hero Academia.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
You got your Tokyo Ghoul Season 3.
Season 3 Tokyo Ghoul is coming out, too.
So hopefully that redeems the second season. But let's see what else was there. No, One Punch Man is not coming out. Can't think of what else is.
The only ones I've heard of is Tokyo Ghoul, My Hero Academia, and that. Yeah, that's
There's a few other ones. There's one.
Well, at least popular wise.
There's one that's coming out that's supposed to be like a 25th anniversary. That's taking over Dragon Ball Super time slot.
Gintama?
Yeah.
Gintama,
is it like a mecha or something like that?
I'm not sure.
But yeah,
bro.
But yeah, if somebody knows which one is replacing, let us know in the comments.
I'm pretty sure it's Gintama, but tell me if I'm wrong. Yeah, let us know in the comments, man.
Yeah,
and hit that like button.
Yeah.
Week.
I don't know. There's not really very many big ones, I think. Oh, Fairy Tail season. Well, the last season.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They finished the manga, so.
I did not know that was still going on, bro. I thought that ended. Fairy Tail?
Apparently, they have one last anime season left, so.
I got to a point where I just stopped. I watched a lot of it, and I never was actually completely hooked on it. Like, it was just too much the whole time I was watching it. It was entertaining.
It was entertaining,
but
the characters are very
so generic, man. There's no difference.
Fan service.
Now I know you just coughed.
What?
But I swear I heard another word when you coughed,
Two words.
I think. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, those 2 words I think are very accurate.
Yeah, that's
explaining really what Fairy Tail is.
So it's like the most. It's like you get everything about her, like shonen, and then you get everything about like a fan service anime, and then you kind of just put them together, and then you get Fairy Tail.
Yeah.
And it's entertaining, like, maybe the first 30 episodes, but then you get tired of it.
Yeah, I watched... I think I want to say I passed the 100 mark of that.
You did?
I think so.
Holy
Because I got to the part where, like... I don't know if you watched it at all, but I got to the part where, like, the guilds, like Fairy Tail, for example, were, like... became, like, non-existent or dead for, like, 7 years or something like that. Like, they went off the grid. like nobody knew, or like not dead, but like all the hard hitters
like disbanded.
No, it was like all the heavy hitters like died. They didn't actually die because they come back later, but like for like 7 years they were gone. But nobody knew why, and Fairy Tail from going to like the strongest guild went down to like the laughing stock. The laughing everyone made fun of. But then the heavy hitters came back. That's where I like ended right there. I just couldn't do it anymore. But it wasn't too bad.
It's
but
not
it wasn't
terrible.
Too good. There were some episodes I was like, this is cool.
If you get Fairy Tail is just like this weird thing that you're like,
Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like there's
it's a good way to, I guess, start into anime. If you really,
One Punch Man.
If you want to watch a short one, One Punch Man's. But if you want to do like a long term,
One Piece,
you're gonna be doing like,
One Piece, Naruto.
I guess starters. As a starter, One Piece.
Dude, hell yeah, bro.
Okay, yeah. If you skip the filler.
Dude, yeah, skip the fillers. I'm telling you. I look up the filler lists for every. Especially, I always did it with like
those
One Piece,
are really long
Naruto, Shippuden,
episode.
Naruto, stuff like that. I always look up the filler lists.
Yeah.
You can just Google it, like One Piece fillers, and there's always like a little like site. I don't know if it's like Reddit or something. Somebody comes up with a little list that has every episode that's a filler and every episode that's canon. And so that's what I would do with like
so
the
you
long.
just watch the canon.
Yeah, I mean, and it's still really long, but it does cut a lot of the fluff out. Which is what I like, because I don't really like fillers. They're not entertaining. You could tell they're fillers. It just doesn't. I don't really care.
If you want to watch 1,038 episodes, One Piece is your thing. One of my buddies. That's what's on Crunchyroll right now.
Oh my gosh!
But one of my buddies. It took him 2 years to finish it.
Well, dude, it's still coming out too. I haven't caught up for like a couple weeks.
Well, he caught up, so.
Oh yeah,
and he watched the manga. I mean, he read the entire manga.
Honestly, hats off to him.
Well, I'm not sure if is the manga still going?
Does your buddy watch this?
I don't know.
Tell him to watch it.
Okay,
if he watches, what's his name?
Thomas.
I like you, dude. You know what? One Piece is sick, bro.
Like, I can't believe he did it.
Isis? Has he talked to you about One Piece?
Like a bit, but he said, it just took forever.
Bro, Thomas.
He was probably only watching like.
Sell this guy on it, man. That show is good.
And he was watching like 2 or 3 episodes a day.
Bro, it's good.
But apparently you can get through it pretty quick because most of it is like 2 minutes of it is 2 to 3 minutes of it is song only.
Oh yeah. There's like,
and then
especially
it
the
tells
new episodes,
catches you up.
Dude, the newest episodes, like the newer arcs and stuff like that. Well, I don't know how long they've been doing this, honestly, but for a while now, they've been doing like 5 to 6 minute intros. Like they do like the song, but they also do like this little recap, and they also do like this little like reminder of like what the story's about. I mean, because it's super far into the show, so I'm guessing they did it for like
it keeps going, guys. It just keeps going.
It's a super amazing show, though. Okay. Luffy sometimes is a little annoying, okay? Because he is like the Goku of One Piece.
Well, that's what all Shonen's based off of this guy.
Well, I know, but and
all
also,
of it.
The manga director or the manga artist for One Piece has admitted that he took a lot of inspiration from Goku, specifically for his main character Luffy. So
inspiration. They're all inspired by this guy.
Jesus, you're yelling at me. Okay.
I know I'm yelling at you because it's true.
You're right.
They're all...
But let's be real. This guy's way cooler.
Yeah. Okay. So, moving on.
I'm doing a character review on you very soon.
Okay, moving on. So, Fairy Tail out of the way. One Piece out of the way.
I swear there was one thing I was going to say.
Is there a video game coming out?
No. Dragon Ball FighterZ apparently has confirmed
DLCs?
Some DLC characters.
Oh, what do we got? Apparently,
Broly and Bardock are confirmed. Apparently.
Sick.
But the thing is, I saw that like a couple weeks ago, so I don't know if was valid or not, but apparently they're like confirmed.
Broly and Bardock would be pretty cool.
Which is awesome.
Out of all the non-canon characters,
fans. They have huge.
Those are like the
following.
best like non-canon characters. Well, Broly's not a very good character. He's just cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He just looks cool.
He just looks cool.
Yeah.
And Bardock, if you watch episode of Bardock or what was the other movie? There was one. Oh, there's 2 Bardock movies. Yeah. They're both pretty cool if you get a chance to watch them. Mm-hmm. They're like maybe a half an hour or an hour.
Actually, I haven't watched them. I gotta get on there.
I think they're like an hour, but they're both pretty good.
Yeah, dude. Bardock
and for non-canon, technically Bardock is canon, but not real.
He's in one of the games, right? He's in Xenoverse.
Yeah, Xenoverse.
Yeah. I've played Xenoverse 2 a little bit. Like, I don't want to say a lot because I really haven't put that much time into it, but I'd probably say maybe 15 to 20 hours. Maybe 15 hours. Mm-hmm. But, yeah. I haven't played Xenoverse 1, though.
Yeah.
But I have played Dragon Ball FighterZ quite a bit. I haven't played for a little while because I've been busy, but it's fun, man. It's a good game.
If you do have a chance to watch, there's 2 movies. They're pretty good. You can usually find them. They're pretty hard to find, though, nowadays. Check your local library. I've seen them there.
Nobody goes to the library, Jesus. Google that ish, bro. What are you talking about?
Where are you going to find that?
Dude, kissanime.net or com or whatever. Technically, that's like illegal.
Yeah.
But
They're so hard to find.
9 anime, dude. You'll find that online, bro. You'll find that online.
The legal way of doing it, just go on Amazon and look for like the movie packets, like
it's
20
cool.
movies.
It's cool to own the movies.
Yeah.
Though. I love physical box sets and stuff like that. I have a collector's soul, bro. Mm-hmm. I love that stuff. Like I bought the collector's pack of Dragon Ball FighterZ. Oh, it wasn't like that cool, but
hey, you get this.
Yeah.
I mean,
I didn't buy the actual collector's edition because it comes apparently with the statue of Goku. This was a GameStop like exclusive thing.
But yeah, cool. It even says Dragon Ball FighterZ right there.
Yeah, it does.
Although I don't know if you can see that.
I swear there was a bit of news I was so excited to talk about.
Must have been not that important.
Whoa, yes, I'm offended, bro. We'll get back to that though.
Yeah,
if I remember, we'll talk about it.
So,
I did upload a video today. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
It was like a Fire Emblem, like.
Yeah, it was something to do with the Zelda thing.
No.
Was it Zelda?
Fire Emblem, dude.
Fire Emblem?
Yeah, Fire Emblem. You know what
I
Fire
guess
Emblem
I wasn't paying attention.
Do you know what Fire Emblem is?
Yeah, I was like started watching it, but then I got bored because I had to go back to work.
Oh, that's too bad. It's not a bad video.
Yeah.
It's whatever. But yeah, so that doesn't matter. Anyways, let's get back into it. So I think we got a lot of the news out of the way, even though it wasn't really news. We were just kind of rambling about awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, that's what it was.
What?
The Mexico thing with Dragon Ball Super.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That actually is pretty cool.
That's super cool and funny. So, shout out if you're still listening to this episode because we've been rambling for so long.
Yeah.
Shout out to Luis, my boy. He sent me a video, the one I showed you.
Yeah.
About a news, report in Mexico. I'm pretty sure it's Mexico. It's legit live, news that you see on TV about them talking about Dragon Ball Super. It's super funny. I actually couldn't stop laughing because it was so cool. And also I felt like, this is awesome.
Yeah,
but pretty much...
never happened in the U.S.
No, hell no. It never happened in the U.S. But pretty much what they were saying is that there has been a petition to literally play the last episode of Dragon Ball Super live in the middle of the city, the city center or whatever, a huge projector. They're gonna have chairs. They're gonna have porta potties. They're gonna have food, all this stuff. They're literally gonna have this huge event for Dragon Ball Super in the middle of the city in Mexico. That is the coolest thing I've ever heard of. He sent it to me as a joke, but also was dude, how cool would this be? If this was here. I'm dude, that would be so cool. But yeah, I just thought that was so funny and I had to share that. If you haven't checked it out, Honestly, I don't know what it's called, but I'm sure you can find it online somewhere. He sent it to me on Messenger. Again, shout out to you, man. Thank you very much. It's a good freak. And he keeps sending me like memes of like Dragon Ball Super memes. Oh my gosh. Freaking hilarious. Love that guy.
All right.
Anyways, let's get into the subject.
All right.
You want to start us off?
How do I put it?
Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, so Dragon Ball Z is the follow-up series to Dragon Ball.
Correct.
Just regular Dragon Ball.
Yes.
So in Dragon Ball, you have, for the most part, Kid Goku, Team Goku. Basically, it's a story of a young boy who was found in the mountains.
Yeah. Because we'll do a separate Dragon Ball podcast some other time.
Found in the mountains by a beautiful blue-haired girl.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, basically, Dragon Ball Z picks up about 2 or 3 years after... Yeah, about 3 years after regular Dragon Ball ends. And at this point, Goku is an adult, he has a home, he has his wife, and he has a kid. Okay? And basically, Dragon Ball Z is the more popular of... It's more popular than Dragon Ball. It's probably more popular than Super, even if nobody really believes it.
Way more... I mean, I think so.
I feel like that's where most of us actually grew up with.
Oh, yeah. Toonami, bro.
Toonami, thank you very much.
Shout out to Toonami.
And that's how most of us got into anime anyways.
Thank you.
Well, except for me, because too much... Going to Blockbuster, you watch Spirited Away, it's like everything else seems kind of dull.
Oh, well,
when you're a little kid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like... But that's besides the point. So Dragon Ball, it was still one of my favorites. It's probably my number 2 or number 3 of...
You're talking about Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball?
Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, yeah.
Of, like, all anime series.
It was sick, bro.
It was... you know, a lot of people complain about the super fast, oh, you can't even see what they're moving or whatever. It's like...
yeah.
It's like, no, that's how you would expect to see them because they're going... faster than sound.
Blinding speeds, bro.
Blinding speeds.
Goku literally learns how to teleport. Instant transmission, dude. Yeah. Eventually.
Yes.
So
there's 3 main villains. You got your... Well, technically 4, but he becomes good. He's this guy. I hope you know.
Vegeta! The Saiyan arc, bro.
Technically, the Saiyan arc is one of the big ones, but I consider it bigger.
Yeah,
part of
I feel
the
like
bigger
it's like a
picture
arc. To
just like the Raditz arc is like a sub arc.
Yeah.
But so it's like in the huge arcs of things, there's really 3 main villains in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Frieza. Cell. And Majin Buu.
The retard.
But surprisingly, I'd say the most powerful villain, but definitely not the best Dragon Ball Z villain.
And he's creepy, bro. I remember watching Dragon Ball Z and looking at Majin Buu and stuff like that. I was just like
Kid Buu?
No, Majin Buu, bro.
Fat Buu.
Like when my buddy, shout out to Tuna. He sent me a clip of when which one's Supreme Kai? Is he the short one with the mohawk?
Yeah, his name is Shin.
Yeah, so him and Gohan are fighting Majin Buu.
Mm-hmm.
So creepy, bro. He just messes them up and tortures them. Literally tortures them. And it's like, dude, I forgot how creeped out I was as a kid watching the show. Like, when Majin Buu was on, dude, he scared me, dude. When he opened his little eyes, too, I was like, ah! He scared me, bro. Majin Buu was... Oh, Cell scared me, too, actually, now that I think about it.
Really?
Cell actually scared me, dude. Because, like, dude, he was, like, sucking the life out of people.
Yeah, that's true.
That was creepy, bro. That scared me, dude. But Frieza didn't really scare me. Frieza was just a douche. I didn't like him. He was like a man-child that was just too angry for no reason.
Well, I thought he just wanted to dominate the universe.
Yeah.
He didn't really destroy it.
Yeah.
And he didn't really care for anybody who challenged him.
Yeah. He's just like cocky. He's a prodigy, so he's cocky. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's a cocky ape.
Okay, so here we go. Favorite character.
He refers to the Saiyans as
monkeys.
Apes. Monkeys.
He might be like, nobody really knows what race or species Frieza is.
Well, it's funny because in like the Dragon Ball Z games, there's like Dragon Ball Fusion or Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
Yeah.
There's always a Frieza race. It's literally Earthling, Saiyan, Namekian, Frieza race. That's literally what it's called. Frieza race. And then there's Offworlder, which is like pretty much Majin Buu or the Kais. You know, you can look like
they're pretty much on the same level.
So it's called Frieza race supposedly.
Yeah.
So very interesting.
So nobody really has a real name for it.
Yeah.
So they just go off Frieza since.
But all of their characters from that race,
they're ridiculously overpowered.
Yes, but I was gonna say they always have a name that refers to something cold.
Yeah.
Frieza, cooler,
chilled,
Frost from Dragon Ball Super.
Oh yeah, Frost. It's something to do with cold. I guess it has to do with them being cold-hearted.
Oh, yeah, good point. Yeah.
Yeah, they're basically all extremely overpowered. They require literally no training, and they're as strong as Goku is basically when he first becomes a Super Saiyan. Yeah. To put things in perspective. Yeah. Without any training at full power.
Yo, but when Trunks came in though.
Oh yeah.
And just messed them up.
That was surprising.
That was cool. Did you know that Vegeta and Trunks are actually the most admired and like loved by girls?
I can see why.
Vegeta is the number one like hottest guy in Dragon Ball Z, and Trunks is the second. Apparently, them two are literally like the babe magnets of Dragon Ball Z when it comes to fangirls.
All right, whatever.
Did you I didn't know that until a little while ago, but it's true.
I mean,
girls love Vegeta and Trunks.
Yeah,
I can see true. It. That's funny, dude.
They probably just don't want stupid over here.
Well, no, because like I heard this. I think Geekdom did like an interview with a gal that's like in charge of like a Dragon Ball website. She's like pretty cool, you know. It's like a Trunks website or something like that. I don't know, but she was kind of explaining that she's just like they're just men that like, you know, they care, but they don't show that they care. Well, at least Vegeta, he doesn't but he does care a lot. And like he's very, I don't know how she explained it, but it made sense to me. I was like, I can see that, you know what I mean? Because attraction, man.
Okay.
Girls like the bad boys, bro.
Yeah.
Girls like the bad boys. They say they want a nice guy. Let me tell you,
they never do.
Yes.
They never
capital
do.
on the B, capital on the S. You want to get yourself a girl? Do a mix of both, okay? Be a douche and a nice guy. Try that out.
Need an example? Just watch Dragon Ball Z.
Vegeta, my boy Vegeta.
It's weird.
Bulma literally comes up to him and just... That's all I'm going to say. Okay.
So... okay, so basically the big deal about Dragon Ball Z, is that it essentially created an entire genre all on its own.
Oh my gosh, yes, dude.
And it created basically the biggest moneymaker of Japan. The greatest export since ramen.
Oh, dang. Dude, yes it did.
And the name of the genre being shonen.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. So that's how it started?
Basically,
shonen?
all shonen is derived from...
So, Dragon Ball Z is like the grandfather. It's like the daddy god. It's like...
Yeah. So below it, if you were to... Like, not in quality or whatever, but if you were to say... like the Atom or the Genesis of shonen, it would be Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then then the big three, you have your One Piece, your Bleach, your Naruto.
Yeah, that's true. Those
are
the big three for a really
If you look at those characters, they're very similar to the main characters. They're very similar to Goku. They're somewhat dumb, but the supporting characters are what really brings the show together and the great action.
Yeah.
Because if you're able to dull down your main character to be pretty stupid, you can make all your other characters actually shine and get some great character development.
That's a very good observation.
That's why this works. That's why Naruto works. That's why One Piece works. I mean, even One Punch Man pretty much goes off the same formula.
Yeah, that's true. He's not the brightest.
He's not very bright, but he's just super strong. But everybody loves the supporting characters. Genos.
My boy Genos. But, yeah, so you asked a question a little while ago. Who's your favorite character?
Yeah.
Now, Dragon Ball Z is a little bit harder to choose than, like, Dragon Ball Super, for example.
You do have a lot of great characters in Z.
Yes, that's the thing.
I feel like they're more developed.
Because in Dragon Ball Super,
they take their time.
No questions asked, Vegeta is my favorite character. But we're not talking about Dragon Ball Super today. We're not. Mm-hmm. Are we? If you're shaking your head no, then you know we're talking about Dragon Ball Z.
Battle of Gods, the movie, is part of... Well, yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
it's part of the canon, but it gets weird.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
But Dragon Ball Z, that's true, actually. Good point. That's a good point.
Battle of Gods is the movie, not the...
Good movie.
It's a good movie, but not the...
We already did a podcast on it.
Yeah, it's not the... It's weird, the canon, how it works on those movies, but yeah.
Yes. So, when it comes to Dragon Ball Z, bro, honestly, okay, I'm gonna, the thing is, in Dragon Ball Super, I hate Goku. I hate him.
Dragon Ball Super?
In Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah.
Like, recently, when he does something cool, you gotta love Goku.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
That's how Toriyama does. He's a genius at it. He makes you just freaking love and root for this guy. Because, like, what he's doing now...
I don't know why.
Oh my gosh. What he's doing now, it just gives me some really hard love for the man. To put it in a G-rated way. But,
that's G-rated?
But in Dragon Ball Z, bro, I actually like Goku. I don't love him. He's not my favorite, I would say. But I like Goku a lot.
Uh-huh.
I really like Vegeta, too. Vegeta is super cool, especially in the Buu arc. That's when, like, I feel like when he has his son, you know, when Trunks is... Kid Trunks, you know... And with Bulma, like, when he's, like, forming his family, he has his family. I feel like him as a father, he's always been superior in that regard to Goku.
That is not even close.
Way better. Like,
Vegeta's the superior father by far. It's not even close.
Like, and it's funny, because you would think Goku is the one. Like, he does come in and help his son, like, Gohan a bunch. And
he got the 100 million Zenny.
Yes, he did. But the thing is, like, Vegeta, dude, oh, man, that guy has the most respect for me. But I think, and I honestly, like, I think this is the one I'm going with, okay? Luckily, he's on the same poster, all right?
Okay.
But Gohan's real father, all right?
Yes, that man who actually raised him.
We're talking about Piccolo, my boy Piccolo, all right? I think I'm going to go with Piccolo, honestly, because he's just so respectable, dude. Like, even though he's not the strongest, I mean, there was points where he was actually the strongest.
Yeah, but that only lasted about 2 episodes.
It didn't last very long, I understand that. But he's very spiritual, man. He's, like, very spiritual. You know what I mean? Like, his whole race is very spiritual. You know, with the Dragon Balls... And, like, Dende, that's, like, the Guardian of the Earth. You know, he becomes the Guardian of the Earth after Kami. You know what I mean? Just, like, it's just so cool.
What's Kami's real name?
Who knows? Who cares, bro?
Because Kami just means God, in case you don't know that.
This is true.
Kami just means God.
And Dende is technically Kami now.
Yeah.
So, but anyway.
So, do you call him, what in the name of Dende are you doing?
Exactly.
It's like, or, oh my Dende.
That's very accurate. We can start using that.
Yeah.
But Piccolo's cool, man, because, like, you know, he's technically the clone of Demon King Piccolo, right? He's not the son, technically.
I think he's kind of reincarnated.
Yeah, he's like a reincarnation and a clone somewhat, right? Something like that. He's not his son. He's not Demon. And I'm talking about the main antagonist or bad guy from Dragon Ball, right? Which is Demon King Piccolo. But that's, you know, who he essentially is. But, like, reincarnated, like he said. Like, reborn.
It's kind of weird. It's kind of... Basically, because if it isn't a reincarnation, then Kami should have died in Dragon Ball.
Okay.
The original, the Kami, like old Kami, he would have died.
Really?
Yeah, because when Piccolo died, he died too.
But wasn't that because that was after they fused, though?
No, that was before they fused.
When Piccolo died? Kami died?
Remember, because in the Saiyan arc, spoilers, yeah, it's like...
Who cares, bro?
It was like, you guys
haven't watched
know.
Dragon Ball Z.
Okay,
Go
so
freaking do it,
in
bro.
the Saiyan arc, Nappa pretty much just wastes Piccolo.
Yes.
Because he defends Gohan.
Yep.
Then, poof, no more Kami either.
Really?
Yeah.
I do not remember that. See what I mean? I don't remember that, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
So technically it is reincarnation, and he's a good guy.
Yeah. I mean,
because of raising Gohan.
And that's the thing. That's what made him actually become better. You know what I mean? Because he wasn't really that good before. I mean, when he killed Raditz and Goku, you know he did it willingly. And he was like, my pleasure, man. And he special beam cannoned the both of them into oblivion. Okay?
Okay. How do you pronounce the Japanese way?
Of what?
The special beam cannon.
Let's hear it.
Makara. It's like, yeah.
Well,
it's like Makenso Sapo.
Sapo?
Or something like that. Yeah, like something like that.
That's what's up.
I don't know how anybody figures out how to pronounce that.
I just know
thing.
the Genki Dama is a spirit bomb.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
And then there's like the...
And you can't forget Kamehameha.
Kikoho is the Tri-Beam.
Dude, that move is one of my favorites, bro. Especially in Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Yeah.
It's so freaking powerful.
It's stronger than the Kamehameha.
Kamehameha.
It's not even close. Like...
That move. It literally does damage to the user. Like, it takes his life force away. That's why Tien literally dies from a whatever it's called.
Yeah, Kikoho or Tri-Beam.
From a Tri-Beam. When he's fighting Nappa, right?
I think the Japanese names are cooler, but that's just me.
They are. They are way cooler, if we can actually pronounce them and remember them. But
Okay.
whatever, it's all good.
Yeah.
No, but I'm going to go with Piccolo. Piccolo's my favorite.
All right.
He's cool. He's a cool father to go on.
Special
He cares about... He actually cares about Goku's kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's respected.
He's even better grandpa than Goku is.
Yeah.
It's like, holy crap, man.
Dude, he's cool. I love Piccolo, dude. Anyways.
Oh, yeah.
You.
So, my favorite character. I'm going on the other side of the train tracks here.
Okay. I'm not liking this so far. I'm just kidding. What is it?
We had talked about it earlier.
We did.
I think on Wednesday, but it was, actually Frieza.
Oh.
And here's why.
Let's hear it.
I think
that's right. You didn't tell me why. You told me who it was. You didn't tell me why. So I'm very curious now.
And here's why. So it's like Frieza is one of those characters that I feel like is really well written for the story. Because he's pretty much like the anti-Goku. So Goku pretty much is a dumb guy who likes to train all the time so he can fight stronger guys. Frieza is a really smart guy who does literally no training until you get to Super Butt, where this is Z.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Literally does no training and just wants to conquer the universe and be immortal.
Dude, he's
the immortal lord of the universe.
He's literally evil to the core, bro.
Oh yeah, by far. And I feel like it was the perfect, like, just anti-Goku thing. That you could see that...
It's like good versus evil. It's literally black and white. You know what I mean? Like, yin and yang. They're perfect.
I wouldn't say that Goku's actually a good guy.
Okay.
Like, I always felt like if you watch the Japanese one with the English subs, Goku's a very different character. Where... Like, you wonder why it's like, wait, why is he letting him power up? It's because Goku just wants to have a good fight. He doesn't really care about saving the Earth or the universe or whatever. Yeah. In the English dub it does, but...
That's a good point.
Goku is not actually a good guy. He's just... Vegeta's a better guy. And Frieza, I feel like... he may be evil, but remember, he's still somewhat of a malevolent ruler.
I remember when they revealed he was male, I was actually surprised. I was like, oh, okay.
So it's like Frieza is like a character, you know, he rules with an iron fist, but at least there's order in the universe. Because he does a better job of taking care of the galaxy than even the Supreme Kai can.
Okay.
It's like there's order in the universe because nobody's going to challenge him. I mean, literally the only two characters he was ever warned to never fight was Majin Buu, who was pretty much on the same level as a Kai, a Supreme Kai. And...
we'll pass that.
What was the other guy? A Supreme...
Majin Buu was like a little stronger, or a little less strong than Super Saiyan 3, right?
Barely.
Yeah, Majin Buu was like scary shit, bro.
Like, barely. And then, pretty much, don't find Majin Buu and don't find Beerus.
Because people have said that, like...
And Beerus is just asleep half the time.
Yeah, people say Supreme Kai is somewhat, with strength-wise, is somewhat unlike Super Saiyan 2 level. And then they're saying Majin Buu is like a little below Super Saiyan 3. So that's just to kind of, you know...
So literally...
figure that out.
Nobody's going to challenge him. And he listens to Beerus, because you have to listen to Beerus, because he automatically is... Because of how stories are written, he's automatically stronger than Frieza.
Yeah.
Just because.
Way stronger than Frieza.
So, if you were to put Frieza on the scale...
Like, way stronger than Frieza, bro.
It's like a 6 to a 10.
Whoa. That's when Goku was Super Saiyan God form.
Yeah, but he fought Goku in gold form and...
That's when he went gold form, but we're talking about Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, yeah,
this is when they're way...
Okay, so he'd be like a 4. Power. He'd be like a 4.
More, dude. I think they were way...
Way under...
Dude, Goku just barely hit Super Saiyan during Frieza. And that was like... Imagine. Then they went to Super Saiyan 2. Then they went to Super Saiyan 3. Well, he did, Goku. Yeah. But, yeah, Frieza... Although he was the first villain and everyone thinks he's like... Well, he was very powerful. But he was technically the weakest of the villains. Technically.
Yeah, technically, but
until Toriyama brought him back. But anyways.
But, if that's... Oh, yeah, I guess scaling it that way, it's a 1 to 10 ratio.
I don't think you should even use that scale, bro. I'm just saying.
You're saying it's even worse than that?
I think it's even worse than that.
Okay, so we'll go with what he says on this one.
I don't know.
I mean, basically, Beerus is overpowered because that's how the story needs to be. And Frieza was just like this perfect villain at the perfect time.
A major douche.
Yeah. He's a major douche, but hey, does a better job of taking care of the galaxy than Shin.
So you calling somebody out right now?
Yeah, the Supreme Kai of the universe.
Shoot. You know what? You're right about that. I actually have not considered that or even thought about that before, because that's actually a pretty good point. I mean, you know, he did do some evil stuff, but that's just kind of...
That's just kind of his thing.
That kind of comes with the job. I guess you can't...
I mean, he's pretty much the emperor of the universe at this point.
Yeah, it's true. And he kept order. That's a very good point. That's actually a very, very good
And there were more planets around than before he was around. Because...
That's so true.
I mean, Majin Buu basically blasted all the planets.
Let me ask you this, though. The moment Majin Buu... What's up? The moment Majin Buu... If he were to come into existence... Let's say Goku never existed. Mm-hmm. Let's say Majin Buu comes into existence. Do you think the Frieza Galactic Empire can take Majin Buu down?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think so either.
But there wouldn't be enough power in the universe in order to revive Majin Buu. Yeah. If there is no Goku.
That's true.
I mean, barely even Frieza.
Not really anything would happen if there was no Goku. That's because, like, the Saiyans wouldn't have come to Earth. Mm. Nobody would have come to Earth.
No.
Thank you, Goku, for making this great show that we love very much and have no complaints about.
It's like, wait a sec. We have a lot of complaints.
that just kind of like, it's just like a 180, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I was like, I hate Goku. Screw you, Goku. Go kill yourself. But now I'm like, Goku, thank you for being alive, you know?
Yeah, otherwise you wouldn't have a show.
Thank you for getting hit in the head as a child.
Otherwise we'd all be wiped out.
And become retarded. He's retarded. Let's be honest. But hey, you know what? You're a good man.
Sometimes.
But yeah, okay. So I mean, you know, you mentioning all that stuff really, I like it. It makes it sheds a different light on Frieza. I don't see him as a vicious, you know,
like he's
man-child.
vicious, but that's because he has to keep his power. He is the emperor.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? I like that.
Yeah, it's
I
like
that.
Because it's like, well, it's you kind of expect it out of any sort of ruler that rules over billions and billions of people.
Okay, so let me ask you this: Is the Frieza arc your favorite arc?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cell was good. Majin Buu just, I don't know, it was just weird.
Okay.
Because I felt like, why is Gohan so weak? Oh my gosh, that's where it all started.
Yeah.
Just like Yamcha.
Yamcha is the eternal...
Although Yamcha's actually pretty strong for a human.
Yes, and surprisingly, Dragon Ball Fighters, he's one of the best characters.
Yeah, no,
which is awesome.
We're like, okay.
Dude, Yamcha's funny, dude. I mean, he's not, like, funny as a human being. He's just
sad.
kind of an idiot, and he's just... What happens to him is sad, but also kind of... You can't not laugh, you know what I mean? It's just kind of...
It's kind of like Toriyama ran out of ideas what to do with him.
Yeah. Well, at least he remembered.
Yeah, that's
Yamcha,
true.
You know?
Better than Launch.
Mm-hmm. But, okay. I'm going to go with my favorite arc.
Okay.
I think it's the Majin Buu arc. And that's because a couple reasons. That's when I like Vegeta the most.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'd say, yeah.
And I probably cried a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because, dude, he didn't only sacrifice his freaking life. He comes back because, you know, the guy okays it for him to come back. And if he would have died while he was letting Goku, like, power up or whatever, he would have been gonzo for sure. But he still freaking went and got the living crap beat out of him by freaking... I think it was Kid Buu at that point.
Yeah. Kid Buu's... We talked about this in the podcast about Battle of Gods, but basically, technically Fat Buu was stronger when he was combined with the Kid Buu.
No. I thought Super Buu was the strongest.
Super Buu is the strongest of
as
the
like
Buu forms.
Buuhan.
Yeah,
when
Buuhan.
he like absorbed Gohan, Piccolo,
Gotenks,
all of them. Oh yeah, Gotenks. When he had all of them absorbed, that's when Buu was the strongest. And you can't disagree with me because it's true, okay?
The problem is that we compared it to scorpions. Basically, you want to get stung by if you're gonna get stung by the big one, not the little one. Because the big one can control its venom better than the small one. You're gonna die on the small one.
Okay, there you go.
So
there you have
that's basically the difference of.
Also,
which one's more powerful, but you'd rather get stung by the big one.
Yeah. Well, also I want to mention I really liked Gotenks' like spotlight. I thought, although he's literally an idiot, Gotenks, you know, Goten
so weird.
and Trunks,
it's like,
but when he turned Super Saiyan 3, everyone's like, what?
When did this happen?
It was like the funniest thing ever, dude. And he was so strong. It was stupid how strong he was. And like, he could have beat Super Buu. He could have beat him, okay? But he just kept fooling around, dude, and he got eaten.
Well, he was a child.
I know, but dang, bro. But that
he's
was
like
funny.
somewhere between the 10 and the 12-year-old.
I know, I get it, but still, like, it's kind of frustrating. But also, if the rest of it wouldn't have happened, we would have never got Vegito, and that was Vegito's introduction, and that was sick.
That was probably one of the
how
best
stupid powerful Vegito was.
Yeah, even as a rock candy.
Literally. As a rock candy, he was messing up Boo, dude. Vegito was sick. Okay, it was a sick introduction to Gotenks and Vegito, and let me see what else. And Super Saiyan 3. Let's be honest, Super Saiyan 3 transformation was one of the coolest transformations anime. Period. Actually, no, Super Saiyan 1 was.
That was the best transformation ever.
Yeah. But Super Saiyan 3 was sick, dude. Okay?
And this is to go
I'm going to be honest with you. When it comes to transformations, even with Dragon Ball Super, I still think Super Saiyan 3 Goku is like the coolest looking one. I think he's so sick looking.
I would have looked at it just regular Super Saiyan was cool.
I think Super Saiyan 3 is the coolest looking one.
Although I like the Super Saiyan 2 because of the lightning.
Yeah, but it doesn't change much, like physically. He doesn't really,
Yeah.
He does gain lightning and like blah blah blah. But like Super Saiyan 3, I feel like it looks so sick. I just And the thing is, like, I know people are like mad that Vegeta never got it, but I just can't see anyone else rock that look except for Goku. It's just like it's his, man. Oh yeah, and Gotenks.
When you really think about it, it's like, wait. That means technically Trunks got him even before his dad.
Well, that just shows how powerful a fusion is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they're able to reach Super Saiyan 3 levels, when they're both... I mean, they were both able to reach Super Saiyan level as children. But, like, they reached Super Saiyan 3 fused. That's skipping a whole level, bro. So, that goes to show how powerful that they are. But, yeah, more or less, I'm going to go with the Buu arc because of that. It was just super epic, and it was just so cool. Like, there's so much cool stuff.
It was a good conclusion.
Like, I really like the Frieza arc, don't get me wrong. And I really like the Saiyan arc, too. It was good. This Cell arc was really cool. You know, Trunks, that's when Trunks was there. Trunks was one of the coolest characters, let's be real, in Dragon Ball Z, period. He literally comes...
in the Cell arc.
Yeah, okay. He comes in... He gets ish done and he leaves. You know what I mean? Like, he does not play around. That's what I like. He gets business done. But yeah, the androids were cool too. We didn't even mention the androids.
Androids were cool. Yeah, they're pretty cool.
You know?
It was, but Android 17 and 18 are pretty good. 19 and 20 were pretty stupid.
Vegeta messes them up. And it was super awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's more or less what I think about that. So, anything else? Do you want to... We could just kind of wrap it up.
Japanese or English, Canadian dub?
I like English.
No, for the song.
For the song?
Yeah,
I don't know.
The intro.
I don't know.
There's Dragon Soul and Rock the Dragon.
Rock the Dragon is so iconic, though.
Yeah, in America...
This is true.
Because you got two different songs.
Okay, I did hear. Yeah, I didn't. I don't know if I've heard any of the other.
You've heard Dragon Soul.
Okay.
You probably just don't remember it.
I probably don't. It's been a while. I mean, in general, I don't remember a lot of Dragon Ball Z. To be honest, you know, I'm remembering a lot of stuff now, and also because I watched a lot of like Geekdom 101 videos and like other Dragon Ball YouTubers talk about stuff.
I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but.
That's Dragon Ball Kai.
It's the same thing, just without the filler. I don't think I got the lyrics in there.
That's Dragon Ball Soul?
Dragon Soul? Dragon Soul.
I have heard of that. Yeah, I have heard that.
So one thing about the Rock the Dragon that you might think is pretty cool is actually written by the same guy who wrote the Power Rangers intro.
Did not
the
know
original
that.
Power Rangers intro.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So just anybody who think it's pretty cool.
That's actually pretty cool.
That's why it sounds so epic with the guitar riffs.
Dude, okay, let me just... This is just the way to end this podcast. Shout out to the coolest character in Dragon Ball Z history. Because he's literally got the biggest balls, even though he's the smallest human, and he gets the hottest girls. Krillin!
He literally dated the two hottest women in Dragon Ball Z.
Dude, Krillin is cool, bro. Like, midgets everywhere can't say they don't get represented somehow. in anime. Because they have the coolest midget of all time.
Literally the luckiest man of all time.
Yeah.
He died twice and he came back twice.
Dude, it's so funny though, dude. Krillin's funny in Dragon Ball too. Like, just normal Dragon Ball, he's funny, dude. But, like, in Dragon Ball Z, like, he's cool. But, like, he also... It's just funny, like, his whole... He's Goku's best friend.
Yeah.
Like, that's why he's so popular. Literally because he's Goku's best friend. If he wasn't, then he wouldn't be as popular. But because he is, he's cool, dude. I like him. I like Krillin. But yeah, I mean, is there anything else you wanna say or anything? I'm out. You know? I'm
out of ideas, but basically, if you
let's do a quick recap. What do you think about? What was his name? Well, I was just gonna bring up somebody. Tien. What do you think about Tien?
I'd say underused.
I like that. Because it's true, man. Tien was cool.
Honestly, I like Tien. You watch original Dragon Ball? Tien's a great character.
He was holding down Cell like no other with that freaking tri-beam. Yeah.
He almost died again because of it.
Tien was sick. All right. We talked about Piccolo. We talked about Yamcha. We talked about Goku. We talked about Vegeta, Piccolo. I just said that. Anyone that you can think of right now.
Shout out to Chi-Chi for being literally possibly the nicest wife to Goku that he could have gotten.
Most patient, that's for sure.
Most patient, pretty much raised Gohan and Goten on her own, especially after he died. The second time.
That'd be so weird to say. Like, my husband's dead.
But you can always talk to him though. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. What about Future Trunks?
I wish they would have brought him back for the tournament arc.
That would have been cool, but I didn't like Dragon Ball Super Future Trunks. I liked Dragon Ball Z Future Trunks better.
Yeah, I know, but it's just saying.
Yeah. But yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah,
he's still cool. And I like his sword. His sword is cool.
Yeah, it's a cool sword.
Anyways, let's wrap it up, bro.
I think we're done.
I'm done. You're done.
And there's nothing really left to say except just go watch the show.
I mean, honestly, I think I could talk about it more, but we'll do a part 2 series or something, because Dragon Ball Z is a long anime.
There's so much to cover.
We'll talk about it again. Maybe focus more on the villains. I don't know.
I mean,
but yeah, we'll do a part 2 some other time. But if you like this podcast, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Say goodbye to Magikarp.
He's been very quiet this podcast because he's been listening intently. He's very interested.
Yep.
The Magikarp is literally our Lord and Savior.
Yep. I'm tired.
Peace out, y'all. Thanks for watching.
See you
next week.
Oh my gosh.
Subscribe.